You see what I carried you through? Wait until you see where I carry you to, God. And shout out to the author of this quote. I just love this because you got to think, like, sometimes we be thinking, like, dang, like, what did I go through all of this for? Like, I feel like I just went through all of this for nothing. Like, sometimes we really be getting into that mindset. You know what I'm saying? And then we get frustrated with God, like, well, damn, God, you did all of that, and I went through all of this for what? You know what I'm saying? But you have to understand that divine timing is always at play. Things are always being orchestrated into a perfect timing for your life. So when God is carrying you through things, like when you understand that once you get to the place in your life where you realize, dang, God carried me through all of that, then he must be trying to prepare me for a place. He must be trying to get me ready for where he is trying to take me, right? Because if he's carried you through some of those darkest moments in your life, where you thought you weren't going to make it, where you thought that was the end, where you thought that it was over for you, it was a wrap, and he carried you through, and you had no way, you just didn't see a out. You had no way out. You couldn't see through. But you just kept moving through faith, and God's carried you through. You have to know he must be trying to prepare you and carry you for somewhere else, right? Like, when a soldier is in battle, well, a soldier prepares for battle, but how do they do that? They prepare through what? Practice, through different combat exercises. So, when you sign up for the army, you go through an initial boot camp training, right? So you're training, you're training your body, your mind, and mentals to get prepared for the military, okay? So that's the same thing. Like, so when you go through these obstacles and these dark things in life, that is like your spiritual boot camp, right? It's getting you prepared for where God's trying to take you. So if God wants you to be, and if God wants you to be, let's say, a motivational speaker who encourages people to live better lives, well, you kind of got to go through some obstacles yourself. You kind of be faced with a lot of things. Like, you got to be hit with life. You got to be beat up and slapped left and right, up and down. You have to experience these things in order for you to be able to talk about it, right? In order for you to be able to overcome it, in order for you to champion it, right? So in order for you to become an international speaker, you would probably have to go through an immense amount of different experiences in life. So that way you have these experiences and knowledge that you've gained from these experiences. So that way you can speak on them and connect with other people, right? Just like, so that's, so it's almost like an initiation phase. You see what I carried you through. Wait until you see where I carry you to. So what God carries you through, that's your initiation phase, right? He's getting you prepared. He's getting you ready for where he wants to take you. So understand that whatever you go through, it's going to be a direct correlation of where you're headed in life, okay? So always use those life lessons and use them as jewels and diamonds, to understand that, hey, this is ultimately building my character up. This is making me the person that I want to be in life. God is building me up building my character up through these circumstances, so that way I can be the person he wants me to be, so I can do what he wants me to do. I really hope that this makes sense. I know that somebody out there needed to hear that message, okay? If you are listening to this, it is not by coincidence. You are meant to hear this because God is carrying you through the mud right now. But where he is about to take you is going to blow your mind. So you have to just keep that faith, keep pushing through the obstacles, keep pushing through the darkness, because you are going to see the light, okay? If you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. I want you a part of our tribe. If you are returning, thank you for supporting me. I really appreciate it. Make sure y'all comment the video, like the video, share the video. I love y'all. It's Car. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.